In this video, we'll have a look of property decorator, class method, and static method of Python. So if you have a look of a normal class, where is a circle, and this method is getting the area of the circle, and in order to get it, we use get area method. But the cleaner way, you can add property on the top of the area and use it like a attribute, which makes the code looks more cleaner and intuitive. But that is not the real use of property. It's generally used for getter and setters. For example, I have a temperature class and I have one variable Celsius, and I can create one getter function using the add property. This will return me the value of the Celsius as the attribute. The cool part is, using this Celsius method, I can define setter, deleter, and this is by default is a getter. And if you notice, in this setter, I can even add a validator, which will validate the value before setting it. Now, what is a class method? Class method is, there are multiple use cases. The first thing is, class method do not depends on the object of the class. Class method we can directly access without creating the instance of the class. So in the species, I have defined a default value as a canis familiaris, and I am modifying it using the change species method without creating the instance of the class. And this will be reflected in each object of the class. So if I'm creating another instance of the dog, and if I'm trying to access the species, the output will be the one which I have set over here. The another example of the class method going to be as an alternative constructor. So in the person class, I have defined from birth year method, which is a class method, and using the CLS, I can automatically change the value of the variables. So here you can see I can create normally, or I can create using a from birth year, which is a class method. Third is a static method. In a simplest way, if I say static method is like a utility method, it do not depends on the class or objects. It is like a normal function of your class. Like I can define it as a static method, and this will just do the addition of two value, and I can access it without depending on the object of the class. So in a nutshell, property is used for getter, setter, and deleter. Class method act as an alternative constructor, and static method used for utility methods in the class. Still, you have any question, any doubts? Please write down in the comment. I'll definitely try to answer the questions. Thank you so much for watching.